We need to make change in whichever way possible, as much as we can. And at least in this society, we have opportunities to be active members in our society. Basically, our civic duty is important to us, Jama'ah. We have in our community the elections happening right now. The early voting is finishing this Friday. I'm not going to ask you who voted and who did not. I'm not going to put you in that spot right now. But we know from the numbers that among the Muslims in the Valley Ranch area, only 19% voted. The Muslim vote is 19%. It's good from last time, but way still less than we expected. In our community here across the masjid, the Silverleaf and the Campion Hollow, only 39% voted. 60% of the people eligible to vote did not go out to vote. And you have 2 days left until the early voting ends, and then you have the official actual date is going to be March 3rd. Where's your civic duty right now? How are you going to make sure that those who come to office, those who are going to be running your city that you live in right now, they're not going to bring us the casinos and the gamble stuff and all this thing and so on. How are you going to do that? It's your civic duty that you owe to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first and foremost, to yourself and to your community to do the right thing, the right choice. Now, is that a perfect model? Not necessarily. But whichever we can, inshallah ta'ala, to bring the khair that we can, bi'idhnillahi azza wa jalla. I'm asking each and every one of you over here to do that. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he came to Medina, after some time, in order for him to plan the urban, planning for the city of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he asked, قال احصوا لي من ينطق بالإسلام. He said, I want you to count for me how many people they have pronounced Islam, which means how many Muslims we have in the city. Because Medina, the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was what? Divided in terms of, the groups. There was the Muslims, there was the Yahud, the non-Muslims, and the hypocrites. And they're all different. So the Prophet says, I want you to count for me the Muslims in the city. And they gave him the number, salawatullah wa salamu alayhi. And what was that for? He needed to know how to plan, how to make this a strategy. It's just like basically like, hey, we need to know our strength. How many are we in the community over here? The Prophet ﷺ also, when he heard that some members of the community who lived in the suburbs, they wanted to move into the city because they want to be close to the masjid. He goes, no, stay where you are. مَكَانَكُمْ تُكْتَبْ لَكُمْ آثَارُكُمْ. Stay where you are, and Allah will count for you all your steps towards your reward. Why? Because if all the people who are in the suburbs or outside the outskirts of Medina moved into the city, they will vacate the surrounding of the city, make it even more vulnerable. He goes, no, you stay where you are, because that's a deterrent process. You become the front line. At least that would deter any maybe ambush or any group from coming near the city. So you stay out there, and Allah subhanahu will write your reward for you. So there was that sense of civic duty in the society, and we need to do it in the best way we can, Jama'ah. So I'm asking every brother and sister here who are eligible to vote, who hasn't done it yet, that you do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow, don't wait until Friday. And don't wait until the day of the election, which is the 3rd. I want you to do it tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, and not just you. Take your spouse, take your parents if eligible to vote, take your adult children if they're eligible to vote, inshallah ta'ala. Just go and cast your vote and choose those who will be the best for our communities, inshallah tabaraka wa ta'ala at large. That's our civic duty, the least we could do, inshallah azza wa jal. If you don't believe in the process, and you don't be part of it, don't discourage others. Get out of the way, and let those who do want to do the right thing, inshallah ta'ala, do it bi'idhnillahi azza wa jal. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.